Hey guys, it's a new day. We are now on day 8. Today is actually the day where I'm supposed to up my dose, double the dose, because it's been 7 days that I have had my dose. I'm supposed to go to 0.6 to 1.2. I'll be honest with you, because I am on vacation, I won't be doing that. I'm going to remain at 1.6 for now, at 0.6 for now. I do apologize for the noise, but I am in New York, in Manhattan, for my vacation. So I'm enjoying a nice little walk this morning. So yesterday we drove from the Quebec area down to New York. As you saw, there was a lot of snow, and it only got worse. So we ended up getting a lot of snow all the way past Albany, and it took us 6 hours to get to New York, which is very long, especially for me. It doesn't usually take me 6 hours to get there, but we made a stop along the way for lunch. I skipped breakfast. I always skip breakfast, so I might not even talk about it anymore. No more breakfast. For lunch, I stopped at a pit stop to get some gas. At the same time, they had a Burger King. I wanted to get the Whopper combo. Ended up just getting the Whopper and a medium Diet Coke. It was delicious because, you know, when you don't eat for a while, you haven't eaten since yesterday's dinner, those first bites are unbelievable. They're so good. So that was a fantastic Whopper. Didn't feel bad about my meal at all. I was looking, I think it's 670 calories, just the Whopper, and that's fine. That's where I stood. Once that was done, drank most of my drink, probably 3/4 of my drink, and I was on my way. I was feeling good. I wasn't feeling too bloated, too full. It was just perfect. So I get back in the car, start driving. 30 minutes later, I feel so full, like, you know, whenever you're having a massive meal and you're done and you can't even breathe anymore. You're struggling just to breathe because you're so full, your stomach's bloated, and you're not sure if you're going to be able to keep it in. That's exactly how I felt. So I don't know if that has anything to do with Saxenda or if it's just because I've become more accustomed to eating less. Like I was saying, it's shrinking my stomach, which I don't know if it's a thing, by the way, but I think so, because it feels that way. So, but anyway, so that finally passed, but it kind of turned me off food a little bit. And then once we finally got to New York, we were walking around, and then we ended up eating around 5 p.m. In Little Italy. Never had one of those margarita pizzas. I kept seeing those where it looks like it's just a lot of tomato sauce, and then they put a little bit of cheese all over the place. Now, the one that I got wasn't very big, but it looked like a normal pizza. There was tomato sauce and cheese everywhere. So it's not what I thought it was going to be. It was okay. I ate half, and again, it's not a big pizza, so I ate half. That was enough. Had some water, and then it's the first time I have a snack since I've started. So the snack that I've had was what's it called? Levain's cookie, Levain's cookie shop that they have here. And the reason I actually tried that, knowing very well that it wasn't very good for you, is because my wife actually has her own cookie company at home, and she makes cookies that look a lot like Levain. So we had no idea that Levain's existed, and then so when we saw that, wow, and then we heard how popular it is in New York, so we got to go try it out. Let's see if, let's compare, see how they're doing. So big lineup here. It's a busy place, Levain's cookie, but we tried it. Ours are better. That's all I'm gonna say. So we weren't. So we felt pretty good about our own cookies. That being said, they do have one. We tried them all. They had 5 different ones. We took all 5. I took a bite out of 3 out of 5 of them because there's 2 of them that they're just not for me. Raisins and oatmeals and stuff. My wife tried those. But anyway, so I had maybe not a bite, maybe 2 bites of each of the 3 of them. And the walnut and chocolate chip, though, is pretty good that they have. We have one that's similar, but I think theirs is pretty on point. For the rest, it was okay. I mean, it was a good cookie, but anyway. So, and it's not marketing because you guys have no idea who I am, what our business is. So I'm just being truthful. So that's it. So now today is a new day. I'm looking forward to walking around some more. Yesterday, I walked enough that my heels, my back, I'm not used to this much walking, so I was exhausted. We probably came back to the room around 9 or 8:30 or 9, and I was done for the night. My wife probably could have kept going a little bit more, That was it. We did a little bit of shopping too. Went to Macy's. You know what? Maybe it's just me, but at Macy's here, it's huge, right? And there's a lot of floors. I think there's 8 floors. We were looking for some clothes, and I went to the 7th floor for the plus size for women's. And while we were there, so on their floors in Macy's, they seem to have restaurants on every floor, and a lot of them are healthy restaurants, some not so healthy and whatnot. But you know what? On the 7th floor with the plus size for women's, it's a McDonald's. Maybe that's just me, but that seems like it's kind of arranged that way, isn't it? So anyway, that caught my eye. So that's it. I think pretty good. You know, it goes to show you guys, if you guys are interested in this, so I haven't been eating well. I just haven't been eating a lot. So as long as you tone it down, and it's not, Saxenda is not going to do everything for you, but as long as you work with it and you keep at it, and you know, there's going to be a lot of urges, but if you can just avoid them and be strong and keep taking your Saxenda, you can turn this around. Like I said, my food has not been great. Most of it has been fast food, but I limit my portions. I skip the fries most of the time, or if I do take fries, I usually take 3 or 4 just to kind of get a good taste of them. And at this point, I'm not liking fries so much. It's only been a week, and they're just too salty, and I don't know, my taste buds have exploded since I've started skipping that breakfast meal. And some of these things are just, not very good. So yeah, so we're at it another day in New York, and I'll keep you guys updated. Bye, guys.